Hello, my name is Rachel. I am the Thrifty Crocheter, and I got to see my daughter and her fiance. They came in over the weekend from New York, and they're going to be here through New Year's. And she's staying at her dad's and grandma's. Now they can't afford much, but they did give me some yarn, some little bottles of yarn. There's this one, and there's two of them, and there's some dark colored yarn, dark colored green yarn. This light blue yarn, and this light purple yarn. And there was also, give me a second to put this up before it gets tangled because it's already starting to get tangled. And this is just to preface something, a couple of things. One of which is this, that in front of theirs had started. And so I'm going to use the yarn that was in there to finish it. Well, I don't have enough of this purple to finish off there. Although took me a couple tries to figure out which size hook to use that she was using. I mean, it's just a granny, but you want to make sure that everything size-wise matches. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, I preface all that to, this is now the future me. No, I'm not trying to do Christmas past, present, future. Although this is kind of a past, present, future. Now that I think about it. You ever have one of those days where you're just like, oh, that's a future me's problem. That's a future me's problem. Here's the present. And I don't mean gift. This is from a past me that went, that is a future Rachel's problem. So, here's where I've gotten so far in the present. Because past me decided this was future me's problem. And I just, if you watch the TV show NCIS, then you'll understand what I mean when I say I just want to Gib slap my past self. Because I just want to go, why were you in that much of a hurry that you decided that this was a future me problem? That I have to, I'm sure at the time there was some project that I was working on and I kind of got tired of, that you had to use 2 strands of yarn and I had to use 2 different colors. And at the same time to make whatever project it was. And then I probably and obviously I frogged it, and the 2 yarns are now twisted together, and this is future me. This is now, it's present, but I am the future compared to the past me, but it's now the present. Having to untangle it and put them in separate little balls of yarn. And I'm like, that's a future me problem. Because past me said, that's a future me's problem. And I just want to slap her and go, thanks for nothing. I hope, I don't know, if anybody else has ever done that to themselves and you thought, what in the world was I thinking when I decided that something like this was a future me problem? Now, so far, every once in a while it gets a little bit tight, but it seems to be untangling all right. But it's just like, why? Why did I do this? See, then it wraps up like that when it comes back down. And then I have to, now I gotta try to make sure that, okay. Because every once in a while you gotta ball it up, so it doesn't get tangled up with the yarn that you just untangled. You got to do this a little bit. You have to have patience. Patience is a virtue. And after I get these balled up, after I get everything all balled up, okay, for some reason there are things falling. Okay. One yarn wants to behave while the other one doesn't. And the thing with this purple yarn is that okay, every once in a while, I don't know if there was like I don't know if you can see, but like right there, it's like it's semi-unraveled or something like it wants to be. There we go. Because this yarn, I mean, it doesn't really have it has a slight haze. It has I don't know if you can see, but it does have a slight haze to it. Slight fuzziness to it. Very slight. Which does not help. And so, I know this is like really close to Christmas, but I wanted to show you the little gifts she got me and the fact that I want to finish it for her, and maybe I can get this done before she goes back. But I'm just like frustrated with my past self because I've done this to myself. And what's really sad, I know I've done this to myself more than once. I have done this to myself where I'm like, that's a future Rachel problem. Future Rachel. In fact, some of these bins back here, because they have so much tangled yarn in, I keep going, I don't want to do that's future Rachel's problem. One of these days I actually will tackle it, and I'm going to be just like now, why on earth did I do this to myself? It'll be gonna be future Rachel's problem. And they've been a future, some of those bins have been a future Rachel problem for a long time. Things I do to myself. I don't know. I hope you haven't ever done this to yourself. Because if you do, don't. Don't do it to your future self anymore. Because we love yarn and we love to make things with yarn. We don't want to frustrate ourselves with the yarn, with untangling yarn. No. It's just not fun to untangle yarn. There's only got two kinds. I mean, at least, I will say this. At least they're two different colors. Because one is a white and the other one is a multicolored purple. And because if they were two of the same color, if I had two strands of the same purple or two strands of the white, oh my word. That would have made it even worse, because then you have to figure out which goes with which ball. That would have been even worse. They were the same color. So at least I have that much going for me. That's a plus. I mean, I'm going to try to get at least enough to get myself around, because her friend had done like 3 rows of, well, like this purple is with 3 rows, so I want to do this purple in 3 rows. She did 3 rows of that purple, 3 rows of that. Now she started off with this color, and she only did 2 rows of it here. But I am going to try to use up all the yarns, and I might add some of my own yarn to it. It'll be very pretty. It's just a granny square. But I know my daughter will appreciate it. And I tell you what, I gave her a big box full of stuff that I made. I mean, my mannequin is practically naked from all the things that I took off of her. The things we do to ourselves in crochet. Anyway, please have some mercies on your past self, be kind to your present self, and please be especially kind to your future selves so that this present self doesn't get in trouble with your future self. That's a story we can learn from here. There's past, present, future of Christmas. Christmas is in 2 more days. I love y'all. Y'all have a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Love y'all. Bye.